Welcome to your Smart API Usage Guide, where you're going to learn how to take advantage of the API documentation listing and learn the best practices and get some hints on how to start using the Zeropark API. So a link to the full Zeropark API documentation is going to be in the documents area, and we'll make sure we include that in the Dice University members area for you as well. But you can find it also in your account settings in the Zeropark platform. It's very easy to navigate to. On the left menu, if you navigate to My Account, and then on the left side, you'll see where it says API documentation. And here is a glance of the Zeropark Stats API user guide. So you'll get 5 categories that you'll be able to cover, and make sure that you're able to review your authentication, your parameters, and make sure that your columns are all good to go in any of your API scenarios. So once you're all good to go with the authentication, you can review the parameters as I mentioned, and then cross-reference all of this information to make sure your settings are up to par for your API. To provide quicker access to reporting and faster user experience, Zeropark has introduced some limits to the API and its usage. So in this guide, you can find a list of the best practices, how to use the API in a smart way without harming any of your campaigns. So first, you want to make sure you're aware that it's going to take a few minutes for the requested actions to be performed through the API. This is standard behavior for systems handling billions of requests per second. Also, your custom actions for target sources, keywords such as pausing, setting up a custom bid, or changing the bid are the most time consuming for Zeropark system to process. So just keep in mind that each time you request a change, especially when it regards to targets, your campaign is going to be inactive for those few minutes. So that is the reason why it's recommended that you don't act too rashly, just do what's necessary, and that also applies to accessing your reports. And lastly, to manage your campaigns in a way that ensures a quick adjustment and stable performance, take into account the following points. When you're changing and pausing and activating your bid, you should not change your bid more than once every 10 minutes. The reason is because it takes up to 5 minutes for the Zeropark system to adjust everything to your bid. As a result, you're not going to be able to buy anything from the change target during this time period. So in order to see a noticeable change, you should leave it for at least 10 minutes. This way you're able to buy some traffic and check how the new bid affects your campaign. If you change the bids on targets more often, once every 10 minutes, meaning the whole campaign would behave like it would have paused for most of the time. So your reporting, if it's yesterday or the last 7 days, and any other time ranges, there is no use in gathering that information more than once. Just leave the reports alone because you're going to be requesting static historical data that has not changed. If you're looking at reports from today, then it should be accessed no often than once in 5 minutes because the system needs time to update them. So if you've already gathered the data for previous hours, then simply ask for a more specific time frame, for example, 1 or 2 of the last hours.